so this is part two of this Ronaldo preview, basically, like, because the whole interview comes out Wednesday, but the first part, right, is I've read Twitter comments from Man United fans calling Ronaldo a disgrace, and this second part, now part two, is calling Ronaldo a martyr, so taking Cristiano Ronaldo's side, and I agree with what he said about the Glazers and some parts of how the Manchester United football team, or even how Manchester United is run. So I'm going to read out Twitter comments, guys. Please bear with me on that. I do have a slight stutter, so sometimes I always stutter and my eyes roll back, but we'll go right into it. So the first one comes from Fabrizio Romano, and again, he quotes, right, Ronaldo from the interview, and he says, I love Manchester United, and I love the fans. They're always on my side, but if Manchester United want to do it different, they've got to change many things. The progress has been zero since Ferguson's left the club, and this is what a lot of Man United fans agree with. You know, like, there's been no progress, bro. Like, and literally, like, the other day, I was speaking with Arsenal fans while I was watching the Wolverhampton game with them, right, and I was saying like, Manchester United, they've done nothing since Fergie has left, and it's so true. It's really true. Like, even when Fergie, right, was at United, the eagle-eyed Manchester United like fans back in the day, they'll see through like all the success and all the bull crap to what the Glazers were doing, because when Ronaldo left in 2009, right, we replaced him with Gabriel Obertan and Michael Owen, when we should have been getting somebody like a Frank Ribery, like, in my opinion, because in 2009, I wanted Frank Ribery at Manchester United, but again, like, no progress, because the Glazers aren't serious. They're not serious, bro. Even those reports, right, that's coming out that in January they don't want to spend money, because again, they're looking at the summer, but January is going to be dividends for them, fam. And this is what, like, I wanted Ronaldo, like, to, like, and this is what I wanted guys like David Beckham, because Beckham's got that reach as well, to come out and call the Glazers, bro. Like, and Ronaldo, he should have called out the Glazers and not disrespected Ten Hag. This is like that two things that I disagree with Ronaldo's interview, right? Is him disrespecting Ten Hag and Rooney. That I never agree with. With this, targeting the Glazers, targeting how Manchester United is ran, I agree with this, man. But anyway, we'll go on to the next quote, and again, this is a tweet from Fabrizio Romano, and it says, more from Cristiano Ronaldo, big interview with Piers Morgan. And the quote starts, I want the best for Manchester United. This is why I come. But you have some things inside the club that don't help reach the top level, as Manchester City, Liverpool, and even now Arsenal. And again, guys, in part one, right, I said I was watching it in an interview, and I think it was either Anthony or Paul Pogba. They were inside the Aeon training complex, and they were just work. I don't know who it was, but it was one of the players, and they were just working out in it. And I look at the back, right, in the background, and I see a boxing bag, right, and it's got duct tape around it, like the silver duct tape that people use to like stick things together. And I'm like, how Man United, right, have not replaced a simple boxing like bag like that and put duct tape around it? You're Man United, bro. You're $1 billion company. A boxing bag does not cost that much for you to replace it, but there's still things there like that's just like run down like that. It's disgusting, bro. Like, it's disgusting. And there's the small minute details. And I agree with Ronaldo. I like about this. Even when you look at Arsenal, like Arsenal's training ground, really good. You know, when you look at Tottenham's stadium, good. Leicester, fam, their training ground, really good. While Man United right now, they're still stuck in the late 90s, mid 2000s, bro. Duh, bro, it's really it's annoying that the Glazers keep on doing this, and I'm happy again that a guy of Ronaldo's size, stature, and fame has called out this utter bullcrap to how Manchester United is run. But guys, we'll move on to the next quote. Again, it's from Fabrizio Romano, and it says, it's a quote again from Cristiano Ronaldo. As Picasso said, you have to destroy it to rebuild it, and if they start with me, for me, it's not a problem. A club of this size should be at the top, but this is not the case. There is no excuses, bro. And that is, for me, that is the quote of the day about United, coming from Ronaldo, bro. There's no excuses, fam. We should not be losers. You know how much I hate being laughed at by Leicester fans. You know how much I hate being laughed at by Brentford fans. You know how much I hate being laughed at by Aston Villa fans. Not disrespect to them, but again, like, when you look at teams like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, well, screw Barcelona, but again, how like these guys, right? How much pride they take in being a big club, and they never want to be mediocre. This is how Manchester United should be moving, like, bro. And again, to what Ralph Rangnick, this guy, right? For me, Ralph Rangnick should have been in the spot where Mertens is right now. Because the links that Ralph Rangnick has in it, right, with the Red Bull clubs, guys, like he literally, like, he can speak to the Red Bull clubs and say, listen, can you bring Sesko to Man United? Can you bring Szoboszlai to Man United? Like, so many great players, right, are at the Red Bull clubs. Like, he should have been director of football, not Mertens. Rangnick knows what he's talking about, and he said it last year, right? This is an open heart surgery, bro. The United need like, you don't, and the quote where he says you don't need glasses to see how terrible this is. It's an open heart surgery, fam. You genuinely don't need glasses to how, like, badly we're run. United get slapped 5-0 by Liverpool last season, or by the latest kit. You know, we lose 6-3 to Man City. Oh, check out our Instagram. Bro, like, it's ridiculous, fam. That quote from Ronaldo, for me, like, I was clapping. I was like, I genuinely agree with that. I genuinely agree with this. But the next quote again comes from Beth Tucker, from Beth, from the United stands, and she says, right, the comments over the Glazers is massive for fans who know this club is being run into the ground by the lack of investment, and it's good to see someone so huge speak on that. However, the timing and comments around Erik ten Hag, Rooney and Rangnick is just completely disrespectful, and I agree with that. The whole thing about the Glazers, yes. The whole thing about Ten Hag, Rooney and Rangnick, no. Like, that right there was a low blow. Those kind of things you handle it behind the scenes, in my opinion. But with the things like the Glazers, you have to, like, a guy like a Ronaldo stature, Ronaldo, so like how huge Ronaldo is, he's right to call them out, because they need to sell United. They need to go. They are killing Man United. When you look at teams like Arsenal progressing, Newcastle progressing, you know, again, the right investment, none of the scrimping stuff, no dividends been taken out. The Glazers have to go, bro. Like, the Glazers have to go, and I agree with Beth on this as well. Always speaking facts, man. Always speaking facts. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next tweet now, and this is from Ugwana Agicam, and it says, wait, so the reason Cristiano Ronaldo skipped pre-season was to take care of his extremely ill daughter, and the club was aware of this, yet they let him get slandered by the fans and media because of it. I'll never look at United the same way again. That club, listen, right, we know how the board moves, like, fam. Patrice Evra, in I think 2020 or 2019, in one of the summer transfers, he came out and he said, like, listen, like, the board are disrespectful. They generally are disrespectful. Disrespectful because to how they treat their legends, to how sometimes they treat the players. We knew that, like, Zishan actually put it out on Twitter, because he is very accurate, like, with the information he gets regarding Man United. He actually called like Rashford, Shaw and Maguire will go to the World Cup way earlier, before like everybody knew the team news. Like, Zishan is very accurate about this, and he said it, right, that, like, it's a big family emergency. That's why Ronaldo is not at preseason right now. It's a huge one. So, and I think he said that, like, it's private to why he's not putting it out, and now we see why. We see why, bro. His daughter's sick. Ronaldo lost the kid in February. He lost the kid in February, you know, and it's painful. Like, when you lose, like, a loved one, you know, it's always painful, and the team, the board, the managers have to understand that. And for me, like, when they were on Ronaldo's case about that, I don't agree with it. But anyway, we'll move on to the next tweet now, and this is from Modesir, who's saying Cristiano is spot on about so many things. He has always been the devil in the eyes of the media, so it doesn't surprise me that even his critically positive remarks of Manchester United's archaic approach are being scrutinized in a negative manner. Yeah, true. But again, it's like I'll keep stating this right now. The whole thing with him, like, the Ten Hag, Rangnick and Rooney thing was completely not on. But there is, like, here in England, right, there is a media problem with foreign players. I'm calling it out. Like, everybody knows this. With Paul Pogba to how he was treated, Martial's got a terrible attitude. Raheem Sterling is not a foreign guy, but you know I'm going this. Raheem Sterling just having like a tattoo, it's a bad thing. Like, so many other players have been like scrutinized, you know. But with it's mad, you know. Like, it's genuinely mad because the media here, like, they know exactly what they're doing. They do have agendas, and their agendas stink. De Gea last year, I remember when Dean Henderson, an absolutely horrible goalkeeper in my opinion, was De Gea's the problem at Man United. He needs to go. While he was one of our best players last season. Dean Henderson right now is getting thrashed with Nottingham Forest. You know, like, there's so many like agendas. Like, when Rashford was poor last season, not a word. Maguire fighting in Greece, not a word. You know, but again, we know, fam. We know. We'll move on. Right, this is from LUHD Seasons. And it says Cristiano Ronaldo will go down as a true United legend for exposing the Glazers. I agree, mate. I agree. Next tweet, this is from Zar. Zar Red Issue. But anyway, it states, United no doubt will be getting their Glazer fan club in the press trying to go press to try and do a job on Ronaldo now, and they're happy to finance the Glazer family a-holes in our support, which will show themselves to be the total collaborators we already knew they were, bro. And it's so true, because when you got guys like Neil Ashton, everything is positive. If I'm Man United, we're getting beat 5-0 by Liverpool, but we get slapped 4-1 by Leicester, we're getting embarrassed 4-0 by Brentford, while we get demolished by Watford 4-1. You get what I mean? Everything is perfectly fine. Do. You know, all PR stunts, PR movement, bro. Like, this is the thing, right? With us, like, some Man United fans, like, we shouldn't be falling for this. Like, our standards right now, they're in the gutter, bro. Our standards right now, bro, they're so terribly low, because again, to how we ran the whole PR, the whole PR. Oh yeah, we're so good. We did this all. Now, fam. No, bro. You need to call it out to what it is. And some of these guys, because they just want exclusivity with Man United, they're willing to sell their souls, and they've got no like morals, bro. United right now is in a state of mess. It's in a mess, bro. It generally is in a mess, and these guys want to lie to Man United fans, and I hate liars, bro. I hate people who lie to the public. No, fam, dude. Like, the people spend their hard-earned money to see Man United. They spend their hard-earned money, right, to see Man United at the top and give out their free time, family time, bro. Traveling all around to England, Newcastle, Brighton, Southampton, London, bro, like the West Midlands, Aston Villa, Leicester, Nottingham, bro. There's so many fans travel, right, and give the all for Man United, while you got guys like Neil Ashton lying, bro. Like, so many liars, bro. And there is gonna be like a whole PR stunt, or like you'll see it, bro. You'll see it, fam. You'll definitely see it. And this is right. It is a tweet, but it's a picture from Simeon Paul. And this, for me, when I was reading this, and Ibrahimovic is like a brutally honest player. And so Simeon says, same energy, right? And it's a picture of Ibrahim. It's a quote from Ibrahimovic, right? It says, everyone thinks of United as a top club, one of the richest and most powerful in the world. And seen from the outside, it looked that way to me. But once I was there, I found myself. Once I was there, I found a small, closed mentality, bro. And when he said that, bro, I was like, yeah, because when you look at the guys that United are bringing in, like, especially like the Glazers, Woodward, like bringing their friends in, Matt George, Richard Arnold, John Murta, and then the whole thing with Ollie, bro, where it's just friends like Fletcher, Carrick, McKenna, bro, like that Ramsey guy who's a set piece specialist. He's set piece specialist. He's a pilot who's supposed to be there. Like, United don't have score set pieces, bro, and he's that set piece specialist. Like, so many like friends doing each other a favor, bro. It's Man United Football Club. It's one of the top 4 like most famous teams in the world, and you're out here bringing your clown friends. No, bring people who can do a job and do a job properly. Do not give it to friends. And the thing is too, right, Ibra said that they charged him 60 pence for a bottle of water from a hotel. Just pay 60 pence. You're a $1 billion company. Pay the 60 pence. Like, it's not, bro, like, United, fam, like, the Glazers have to go. They have to go, bro. They have, like, there's nothing, bro. We can win the Champions League. We can win 20 Premier Leagues in a row. They have to go. The whole mentality of how Manchester has been destroyed by the Glazers, Woodward, bro. Like, these guys, they're killed off Man United. There's no way back for them. There's no way back for them. But anyway, we'll move on, right? This is from Mike LUG2, and it says, right, Ronaldo does an interview and calls out the frauds at the club and gets slaughtered for it. Harry Maguire assaults a police officer, gets arrested for assault and bribery, does an interview making excuses. It gets sympathy and praise. Massively xenophobic media. I agree. Harry Maguire's out here boxing people in Greece, fam. He's actually here boxing people, fam. It's crazy, bro. Wan-Bissaka had issues with his girlfriend like a few weeks back. We don't mention one guy here in this channel. You all know who I'm talking about. But right now he is with the justice system, and yeah, fam. Like with Ronaldo, like, bro, there's so many like favoritism and sides that's taken, right, in the media here in England, and it's crazy. But anyway, we'll move on, right? And this is right from Trey from United. Trey, very famous guy, like on Twitter. He does all this comedic stuff on Twitter. But he says, when you think about it, Ronaldo wasn't wrong about calling out the club for not developing facilities and being stagnant. He only messed up when he bashed Ten Hag, shamed Rooney's looks, and all the same. All the same him leaving, is best for everybody, to be honest. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, the first half of the paragraph from Trey agree with that bashing to how the club's facilities and how it's run. I agree with it, but again, the whole thing about Rooney and Ten Hag, it's not right. It's not right. Again, you can handle those behind the scenes. Okay, this is a tweet, right, from Steve United, and it says, "Viva Ronaldo, Viva Zlatan, Viva Jose Mourinho, Viva Louis van Gaal. These 4 care more about Manchester United than half the flag waving." Thoughts that continue to fund the demolition of our club week in, week out. Yep, Jose Mourinho called out, bro. He said that I needed defenders. These guys wanted to go and get somebody else because you probably sell more tops, rather than looking at the whole point about football. Give the manager the players that he wants, back the manager. But again, literally not done. Louis van Gaal saying that like Manchester United is not a football club. It's a business. It's just there for PR. Ibra's comments literally just a few minutes ago, bro, like saying the close off mentality, bro. Like the way United's run, it needs demolishing. Knock it back, knock it down. New owner brings in people who are competent at doing their jobs and signing the right players and running a football club, not a business, a football club, bro. You got what I mean? Not, bro, I don't want Rufus from Kim Possible running Man United, fam. Rufus, the mole rat, who I call, right? And bro, it's Abraham Glazer, fam. That he looks like Rufus. Google, I call him Rufus because he looks like him, but Google it, guys. Anyway, we'll move on to the next tweet again from Mike, right? And this picture says it all, fam. This picture for me, right, says it all. And it's a very famous picture, people lining up, and it's basically Ronaldo and Mourinho speaking unpleasant truths while discovering lies from Oli. I'm not even gonna mention Ten Hag. I'm like Ten Hag's brand new. Like for me, I'm back in Ten Hag. I'm just putting Oli, fam. I'm just saying Oli, fam. People know, like the channel regulars know how I feel about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's done so much damage to United, like he did so much damage by bringing in Wan-Bissaka, Dan James, Harry Maguire. He's done so much, like lying, protecting the board, protecting bruv, nah, bro. The more as I speak about Oli, the more I literally get like, the more I get mad, because he's literally done so much damage to Man United, fam. Like he has, bro, and he's lied to Man United, bro, to Man United fans, and I don't know why some Man United fans literally like gave him like a flag. They did like an interview for him, bro. He was a failure. You do not reward failure. You don't reward it, bro. This is what like, bro. You don't reward failure, fam. And this picture like says it all, fam. It genuinely says it all, right? And again, this quote does come from Mike, and it says, "If only Manchester United fans had the same energy for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when he said trophies are for egos as they do for Cristiano Ronaldo, saying he doesn't respect random ball fella, the club champion after." But yeah, bro, I remember when Ole said that like, trophies are for egos. I'm like, was this guy even a player under like Sir Alex Ferguson? Where does this mentality come from? You know what I mean? Like, bro, Ole lied through his teeth every week, bro. And I seen through that, fam. I seen through that, bro. You know what I mean? Killing the standards all this time, bro. Like, yeah, gee. Anyway, the more I speak about Ole, bro, the more I get angry. But this one, right, it does come from Footbox, and it says, people obviously don't understand the power of Ronaldo's words. The most followed human on the planet has called the club out for being a shit show, just like fans have been doing for years. His reward, people turning on him. Malcolm is in his box over you lot, and I agree with it, bro. I agree with this. Like I agree with both sets of fans. Like, again, like the whole thing about him being a disgrace, it's the whole Ten Hag thing, but the whole thing about him being a martyr and calling out, right, this whole fiasco with the Glazers and United not progressing over the years since he's been there, like that I agree with, fam, genuinely, bro. And yeah, like people they need to read it and analyze it very carefully and take out some parts, right, of what Ronaldo said and put it in, okay, this I disagree with and this I agree with. That's what people need to do, rather than just jumping straight to the point and saying I hate him, this. No, bro, like analyze it first, like comprehend it, and then after, like for you make out your decision, because there's parts where Ronaldo's speaking facts and there's parts where I'm just like, nah, you know. And this one comes from Ed Norval. Ronaldo has done more to hold United to accounts with that interview. What? I think it means accountable, but with that interview than anybody else at the club has since the total mess post Sir Alex Ferguson. A club run in a draconian manner with gutter standards in almost all aspects of its operation. CR7 calls it out, fans turning him right. Yeah, I agree. When you look at the clubs that Ronaldo's played for, the biggest clubs from that country, United, Real Madrid, Juve, bro, like the biggest clubs, right, from their countries. When you seen how Juventus was run back when they were good before he left, you know, like, and the way that they ran, like how serious they were in their diet and how they like approach training sessions, then yeah, he's like, okay, big club, like this is how clubs meant to be run. Real Madrid, fam, they don't play about, fam. The world's biggest club, like in my opinion, like they don't mess around, bro. Like either you're good or you're gone. There's no standard slipping. There's no this season we'll maybe just get like 16th place like in the Champions League or just get to semi-final. No, for Real Madrid it's Champions League or die. Season in, season out. That's how they've got 14 Champions Leagues, because again, high standards, like very high standards, right? And then with United, like Ronaldo comes back and he's looking at this, like he sees people dancing, he sees people focus more on social media, he sees people focus more like about the clothes, not staying behind for training sessions, complaining like, oh, it gets dark in England at 3 p.m. I can't stay after 3 p.m. so I have to go home, fam. Like he's seeing this, he's like, yeah, these guys aren't serious. The mentality of the owners, they just care more like about dividends. Ed Woodward, Mike Judge, Richard Arnold, all these guys just running in the club like a circus. You know what I mean? But anyway, this final quote is from Transfer News Live, and it says, Piers Morgan It's a quote from Piers Morgan. Cristiano Ronaldo has got a lot to say about the Glazers that I haven't put out yet. He's not impressed with the Manchester United owners, and he's from. But anyway, yeah, this is the final. Yeah, this is a great place to leave this at, because the whole interview does come out Wednesday, guys. I am gonna be doing a video for it again, taking out right like the most important parts of the interview, and then just reading about it. But yeah, I'm happy that Ronaldo is not. I'm happy that Ronaldo is mad at the Glazers, just like how all us Man United fans are, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna call them out, right, for the absolute shit show that was last season. The players who are unserious last season, right, and not replacing these players this season throughout the summer by bringing in proper players who are actually mentally tough, players who actually want to play football, who don't care about their hairstyles, how they're dressed, like Instagram, social media, players who actually want to train and win games. So I like this right here for me. I'm willing. I'm like, I want to find out what Ronaldo said about the Glazers. But guys, that's been a video. If you got any thoughts, comments, or concerns, you know, do comment down below. And also, please, guys, yeah, if you've stayed so far throughout these videos, yeah, like when you read, so when you take like this information, or when you listen to this interview from Ronaldo, right, please process it first, and then like compartmentalize, or like take out the things, right, that you agree with and you don't agree with it. Dissect it and come up with your own conclusion for this. For me, this conclusion is, he shouldn't have said that about like those mean things about Rooney, Ten Hag, Ranić. Yeah, it was right to call out the Glazers, because that's the proper way to actually do it. So that's how that's how I'm comprehending this as well. And to put it out after the United win against Fulham. Again, like it shouldn't have come out. It should have came out like a Tuesday or something like that. You know, not after Garnacho's actually like had like this whole spotlight, a bright young talent like Garnacho, and taking it away from him. But guys, that's been a video. Thank you so much again if you stayed so far here. You know, it's been a mad morning, guys. It's been a mad week actually. Rest in peace to Anthony Rumble Johnson, the UFC fighter. Like, shout out to him. You know, it's been a really weird like few days for me. But guys, I've been Preston, reading, reacting, ranting, raving about this whole Ronaldo fiasco, guys, and I'm signing out. Keep it real. Peace.